this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This layout is for Cheeky Studio, and it is Friday, so it's Mixed Media Fridays with Miranda and Tuesday. I got some inspiration off of Pinterest, and I'm using this sketch. And I follow it 85%, so let's get started. So I pulled out some of my older stash papers. The one thing that I do like about Cheeky Studio and Tuesday's products that she has in Cheeky Studio is that it matches with a lot of the collections that I have here in my stash. This particular one is Oh My Heart, and I'm just going through the papers that I have left over, and I was trying to use up what I've already cut it into first. And so I grabbed that paper and I get it distressed, and then I grab some other papers. I'll start to go through it. And I'm reaching over my garbage can. I distress both papers that I put down. And I use just my distress tool. And that's what I'm doing right here. I decided to do some mixed media. And I'm going to state that I get the camera stopped. And I'm looking at this picture and this layout. And it is like too boring for me. So when you look at the still shots, just to give you a heads up, when you're looking at the still shots, you will see what I added. And when you get towards the end of the video, I'll explain what I add. Because it just was too boring for me. And so here I am. I'm placing the papers together. And as you could tell in this sketch that I've had prior, was that there was like 2 or 3 pieces of papers stuck on it. And I did 2 of them. I made sure that they kind of peeked out between each other, and then I start to lay down all of my embellishments and all of that kind of stuff. I pulled out, as you're waiting for the distressed there, I pulled out some of my older stash for Cheeky Studio. Don't get me wrong, I love the unicorns and stuff that she sent out to me. I just didn't have any pictures that would go with it at this point, so I decided to go into my stash. And I pulled out the Wildflower Set 3, Wildflower Set 2, Mermaid Tails for the sequence mix, and then the Coloringz Heidi Whole Blue that came in with my kit. So here I am. I do use a doily. My bestie, crafty friend Jennifer would be thrilled to see that I used a doily. Inside joke. So here I am. I'm just trying to work with some of the frames. Now, the flowers, Cheeky Studio's die cuts are just die cuts. They don't have much other products in the Wildflower 3 and 2. It's just flowers and leaves. So I've pulled out some of the frames and a tag, a couple of tags from Pages Evans lines that match this so that everything comes together. And you'll see at the end how gorgeous all of these papers come together, whether you're using the die cut, the ephemera packs, or whatever. Her products work well when you just have the papers left. And I really didn't have just the papers left for this set, because I did double up on this one, just like I've just started to double up on Paige Evans lines. But I really, really like the fact that I can take out these papers and just completely use Cheeky Studio's products, and it works out perfect. So here's the mixed media. So the mixed media that I used for the bottom part of that is called the Vibes Glorious Days. I had to pull out of my stash because I wanted a hint of something to show through. And then I realized even though I did a diagonal spray on it, it just wasn't popping. So I did go off camera after I realized that this needed something more to this particular layout. I grabbed the Coloringz, the Heidi Whole Blue, and I sprayed just like I did the gold color, the Glorious Day, on there, and I just added a little bit of splatters at the bottom, which you'll see at the still shot at the end. And then I did a big old mist spray up on the top because I added a bunch of other products on top to kind of tone it down just a tad bit. So I got out this journaling tag so that I could be able to journal. Just like in the sketch, it shows that it has a bunch of journaling tags on it. I decided instead of doing 3 or 4 journaling tags, I wanted to incorporate more Cheeky Studios products. So instead of adding those, I just took the one and then I added more flowers and stuff to it. So I'm adding this doily on the bottom just to kind of peek out, and you'll see it will show through. I don't do anything special to it other than I just cut out a little bit so that it fits in there because I glued down these other two. And then I cut this frame type piece and I put that up there with my tag, and I cut the tag in half. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I know, obviously you guys do know, a lot of the followers that I do have, they know that I'm military. So my hubby gets a 4-day weekend, so while I'm semi-working tomorrow, or on Friday, which is when this goes up, I'm semi-working, so he'll be home probably just vegetating on the couch, probably haven't moved, probably hasn't done anything. Playing video games. Video games. And I have a 4-day weekend. My daughter gets Monday and Tuesday off, so I'm working Monday because my hubby's home. And then I'm going into work Tuesday, so I hope you guys have a good weekend. I know some people don't get everything off, like I guess we do, but if you guys have Monday off, welcome to a 3-day weekend. Yay! So here is another thing I'm going to do. So the Happy as a Lark is also part of her die cut, or her wood veneer. Sorry, not die cut, wood veneer. And I'll link everything down below because I can't remember what kit this came with. It was something that was just sent to me from Tuesday, so I got to look and see. But I'll link everything down below of what I used completely. And this paint that I'm using is actually called the Dazzlerz, and it's foiled again. I just wanted to add some color to it. So here you are, you're seeing that I just use a regular paint brush and I'm just painting the color on. I don't care if I get it in between. I just want it to look shimmery and cool and kind of just to add just a little extra something to the wood veneer. And that's going to actually be my title. My title will be called Happy as a Lark. To go over the picture just a little bit, because I know I haven't covered that yet. She actually got her bus pass while we were stationed in Stuttgart. She went to school for 30 days before we had to move back from Stuttgart to Georgia. She got her first bus pass, and it's got her picture on it, her little picture, and she was happy as a lark getting this thing because she thought it was a credit card. She thought there would be money on it and everything. Well, lo and behold, she got a little mad after I took the pictures because I told her that all it does is that it's a pass. It's just for you to ride the bus. But she thought it was cool as heck to get this pass. So I had to document this. This is something that they don't get bus passes here. They just ride the bus. We actually had to let the school know that we are riding the bus and that they had to have a spot for her. Otherwise, I would have been driving her back and forth from school because her school was on a different concern over there. So I had to change just a little bit. I had to wait for some of this stuff to dry before I could start. And then I started pulling out some of the flowers while I waited for my mixed media to dry. And here I am. I pulled out some of them, and then I'm just documenting. I did use a little, like, label tag, if you want to call it, that to put the date on it. And I already put that down. I think I forgot. Honestly, I probably was horrible. I think I forgot to actually record a little bit of this. But here I am. I'm just putting down. The most important stuff is for you to see the Cheeky Studio products I'm using. And so here I am. I'm just getting out some of the flowers that I wanted to stick out. I put 3 clusters down, and then my title will go right there. I had to wait for that thing to dry. That was my thing, is that, and it's still a little tacky even while I'm trying to put this down, but I needed to get this video up for you guys for Friday. And obviously for in the group and social media for you guys. So you guys can see what we're doing with Cheeky Studio stuff. So while you're watching me start to glue down all of these pieces, I want to let you know that Miranda 10 will get you 10% off at the at her website. She has all the new collections out there. She is posting some of her new collections that she has started, and let me tell you, I got a sneak peek at one of the live that Alan did while he was making die cuts. I'm telling you, I have never laughed so much in my life. Well, I've laughed a lot, but he was pretty comical watching him for 4 hours. I had to duck out and get to bed because I'm an hour ahead of them. But he literally went until Facebook said, okay, you've hit your 4-hour limit. I'm done with you. I'm going to cut you off. He did an amazing job. He does an amazing job for Tuesday to knock out these orders that you guys as subscribers and her customers to get you guys your products that you have if Tuesday is busy as well. So the products you may be getting may be the hands of Alan working. So with that being said, in the live we were able to see that she is making some panda embellishments, and they are so stinking cute. Oh, I told Tuesday and I told Alan, I said, I better see these in my design kit. If not, I'm going to go out and get them anyway. But I'm like, I want them in my design kit. I want to work with them. Not sure what pictures I'm going to use, but I want them. So go and check out her website. And go check out the new products. She's constantly doing new ones. Constantly getting some new products. She showed me another sneak peek of another set that she is putting together. I think it's out on the website, but I'm not quite for sure. And it is just adorable. It's another watercolor set, and I like them. They're just gorgeous. So go check out her stuff, and you will not be disappointed. So just remember, Miranda 10 will get you 10% off your order. And so here I am. I'm just finishing up my picture, or my putting down like all of the die cuts and ephemera pack that I decided to put out. I got some of the flowers out, and like I said, I used 2 different ones, and I just was picking the colors that I feel that matched what I wanted to show. And then off camera, because we're getting close to where my video will be done, so please remember to go and hit that like button if you like it. Go ahead and make sure that you check out her website, Tuesday's website for Cheeky Studio. Everything will be linked down below. Go check out her group page, all of that kind of stuff. Also, hit the subscribe button to get more notifications to more Cheeky Studio videos, and then of course any of my other videos that I may have that's going on, because I use her products not just for design team either. I use them for other, for my personal stuff too, obviously. And it's not, I love her stuff. They're just amazing. And then also make sure that you check out her group, which will be linked in there. Because if you go check out her group, that's where all of us post, and she always has information. And then you can always remember to use the hashtags Cheeky Studio or Get Cheeky, so that you can be able to win $5 off your next purchase. But you have to use those hashtags. Also, the stuff that I was talking about earlier, I added at the top. So I sprayed the blue up towards the top, because as you can tell, this is very much white space. And I took some more of the papers that I've used in the layout itself. I tore them and distressed them, added a couple of flowers up on top, and then a tag that says Old Endings, New Beginnings. And I played that all up on the top, just to give it some more depth, and then it makes your eyes go down. So obviously the still shots will be at the end for you to see what I did extra. I just didn't, it just wasn't finished towards me, and it was honestly too much white space for me. And so here I am, I'm taking the Mermaid Tails sequence mixes, and that's what I'm placing down on the flowers and just kind of all over. I just wanted the blues and the greens that are in there matches the leaves that I used on the page. So it works out perfectly. So I'm just going to leave you here with finishing up this. You'll see the date, the journaling go on, I think, as well. If not, I do put it on the tag. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. Make sure you go check out Cheeky Studio. Bye!